So we want to take a dive into the sacred spiritual journey. You know, brother had mentioned about Sri Lanka being an island that rises and goes, rises and goes underwater.
Yeah.
It goes underwater and it goes above water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a whole island that
It
goes.
dives up and down.
It dives up and down in the water. Wow.
Kind of fulfills the descriptions of Atlantis we have heard from Plato. Plato was the first historical person, at least as per the white man history. Plato was the first to document. The first person who had credibility enough for people to believe in his documentation.
Sure.
Plato the philosopher spoke about this land of Atlantis. Why? As a philosopher. You can talk about anything in the world as a philosopher when you know your time is limited, or time is always limited in a fashion. We'll come back to that later, okay? Pick that up on this journey of spirituality. I want to fight that thought. Kind of like that Sri Lanka, the island originally rises and goes down. The word I get is floods. I keep saying it, but the English term for it should be like submerges, dives. But I hear Sri Lanka, the word I hear is the island rises and it floods. Floods. You mean? Why is that? I don't know. How did I first see the yantra of that island going up and down? Here today earlier that we speak of, about 40 minutes right before we started this recording. That's a blessing, I would say, from the universe. That's another nature of this divine space that we habitat coexist. Because to me, bro, life is magic. It's miraculous. It's like faith. You can't half-ass it. Faith is the whole package. You can't just take 99.9% and say a little bit, but what if? You have to just take the whole thing. It's called the leap of faith sometimes. You follow me on this? Like, we're in the ether, speaking to entities and consciousness that we can't even speak of. We would be ignorant as a civilization and species to think that there are not other species or entities, creatures that can understand our binary. The moment like our shit goes on digital, so many other extraterrestrial, meaning out of this planet entities can understand what we're doing. As humans going digital, we begin ourselves susceptible if they had hostile intentions. Now I don't want to dive too much into that because they'll change the whole topic of because we're trying to limit this to our species, our peoples. But our peoples, as far as I'm concerned, again, from guest on this talk show, if you will, I consider myself a descendant of an alien. However, whatever origin story you may think of, from Adam to others, we just fell from the sky. What that imply? My great-great-great-grandfather was extraterrestrial. If I want to keep it simple for the Muslims and Muslim brothers, Jewish brothers and Christian brothers, if I want to keep it simple, if you believe in Adam and you descend from him, you're a descendant of an alien. So, on many levels, this journey we're living right now in this physical realm is a journey to go back home. Which triggers a quote by most likely Rumi the poet, or Hafiz, or Khalil Gibran. One of them said it was Rumi. We are all walking each other home. We are all walking each other home. That thought, that yantra he's painting with those words, gives me such a calm feeling.
Sure.
Yeah, but back to you, man. I granted on there.
No, I give thanks.
But I think we are discussing metaphysics there, nature of reality. That is part of the of theology, which is
sure
trying to understand the nature of reality. But
understanding the nature of reality.
And I'm not claiming that I know, but I am
No,
trying to
it's-
share as much
yeah.
as I can or entertain topics so we can arrive at new understanding. It always happens.
Yeah, so we get into the way.
The way,
Tao.
the Tao. Tao.
We
Yeah.
speak also in the Bible of, they say the way, the light, and the truth. And also the Tao, they also speak of the way.
Yeah. The Tao literally is the way, the path. Like, you know how we have road in English?
Yeah.
Arthur Road, Cunningham Road, whatever road. In China, there would be Do, whatever Asa Do. In Japanese, it will be Asa Michi. So the character that we're using for path, the way, literally means street also, or path, or roadway.
What?
Yeah, the Tao, Tao. In English, they write it with a Tao. Don't know why. Maybe back then when they first made contact, they didn't have a D sound. Yeah, most of the white people couldn't pronounce the Tao, because Tao, some odd D. So they said mostly Tao. Because the white Tao, if you said Tao, that's not what they're saying. It's more of like a soft D. Most like that's why in English they wrote it the Tao. So when you say Do, yeah, see, Do. It's not Do, it's Do, Tao. Yeah, in Japanese it would be Karate Do, Karate Do, Kushido, or you said you did Jujutsu. Jujutsu Do, the path of Jujutsu. The discipline also, the Do can also go to, it can evolve. That's a good thing about these characters they use in these languages, which we kind of touches on the hieroglyphs of our ancient grandfathers. Past lifetime, we were talking about. Hieroglyphs, Egyptian language and Chinese are identical in the way their brain is constructed, formatted, programmed. The languages of a people does put limitations and the opposite, open doors for their intelligence. Language is the, I think, first tool of mind control, mass mind control. I would like to, give thanks to George Orwell, the guy who wrote Animal Farm, in particular
in
1984. Nah, you want me soda?
Yeah.
I would take a non-added sugar soda. I'll take a natural soda from you if you can find me one. Some seltzer. San Pellegrino, that would be perfect.
San Pellegrino.
I would take some San Pellegrino.
Wow.
Flavored, citrus.
Continue.
No, sire. I've noticed that children seeking for the light, as myself as a moth, I don't want to plurally talk for both of us, although it is true, but just for the viewership, so they can have their own idea. But like I'm a moth seeking for the light. And the closer I get to the light, the bigger the shadow. So that's one thing, but why am I seeking for the light? That's good, but why am I rushing for the light?